Today is the 22nd of December 2023, and this will be our 25th video on some possible questions. Thank you everyone who has subscribed. Thank you very much. If you haven't considered already, can you consider subscribing, sharing, liking and following us, and please put in some nice comments, okay? And if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder. It's very important. Or you can ask someone to help you open your own account, okay? In the comment section, you normally see me put down, please follow my notes/script, okay? So this is -x less than -6. So if you hear x -x less than 6, go by the notes, please. It's Christmas, beware of scammers, please, okay? Don't fall for it. If you've not heard me say anything, please don't give your money to somebody you don't know, okay? I'm not asking donation for anything at the moment, and I wouldn't ask. This is not the platform for that, okay? This place is to help and push people who want to do Gcse or redo it or get back into education and they don't have mass Gcse, okay? It's just like a helping place for you to come and look at how I solve questions and then challenge yourself for a better grade, okay? So it's not the platform to be where I'm here asking for donations, no, okay? So beware of scammers. If I haven't said it, it's not coming from me. Recap, watch last video for recap, okay? We did a very interesting question about 3 triangles. The answer is 1/3, but I went away the first triangle with the 260 angles, with the 60 angles, and the two sides being equal with 11 centimeters. I went to draw it to scale, okay? And if the perimeter of that adds up to 33 centimeters, and that is also more than 30, so the answer was 1/3, as we saw, okay? But because I didn't draw it to scale in that video, I'm going to use our starter in our next video to show you the drawing, because we've done construction work, okay? And I'll show you, because if you draw it to scale, you end up getting 33 centimeters as your perimeter, which is greater than 30 centimeters, okay? So it's only one of the triangles, so the probability is 1/3 or 1/3. So we'll look at that in the starter, okay? Now today's starter is also about inequalities, okay? Now 5 minus x less than -1. we need to bring x, so x we add and we subtract -5. So if you subtract -5 from each side, this side become x minus x, okay, less than -1 -5. So minus x less than -6. Now, we did videos on inequalities and we said here, immediately you get rid of the minuses, the sign flips. Okay, if you multiply by a negative number on both sides, the inequality flips. Okay, so you have less than, now it becomes greater than. So to get rid of the minus on both sides, we multiply by -1 on each side. So we have x greater than 6. Okay, so x greater than 6, sorry, you have an open circle on 6, not on 0. Okay, that is not right. So the open circle starts from here and it will go all the way across here. Sorry, I can't use a ruler now. Okay, but it doesn't start from 0, it starts from 6 and it's an open circle greater than. Okay, this is why I said you need to go back and follow my notes. Okay, again here, okay, 2x plus 5 greater or equal to 1. So 2x greater or equal to 1 minus 5 on both sides. 1 minus 5 is 1 minus 4. 2x greater or equal to -4. So x is greater or equal to -2. Okay, the minus should be on both sides before you can flip it, like here. Okay, like -x less than -6. So here we have to maintain the side because the minus is just on one side, and x is greater or equal to -2. So on the number line, this again will be 0. That will be -2. Greater or equal to will be here. Because of the equal to sign, we have a closed circle. Okay, that will be our starter. Now today I have two interesting questions to show you. Okay, a farmer is building a fence. I took this directly from the exam paper. It's a calculator paper, a higher paper. Okay, now a farmer is building a fence using posts and beams. So this is how the post looks like. It's like a strong pillar, okay, and a beam. Now the total length of the fence is 2,700 centimeters. So I've tried to do, this is my post, so this is my first post, and that are the beams he's using from there to there, from there to there. Okay, this is, so I've just picked the question directly, done the drawing to show you. Okay, that is my drawing there. Okay, so now what happens is this is not to scale, but between each post is 180 centimeters, and then you have two beams and then another post to secure it. So the fence is 2,700 centimeters. Now he spaced it 180 centimeters. So the space between each post from there to there is 180. 180. From here to here is 180. From here till he finishes all the 2,700 centimeters. He says it's giving us a formula in form of algebra. So use this to find the cost of the fence. So I'm going to show you what I did. Okay. So even though they've told us B is the beams and P is the post, okay, and we should use this formula, I still said let B be there. Okay. Now the total length is 2,700 centimeters, and between each post, between there and there, is 180. So he's going to do as many as he can till he finishes all the 2,700. Okay. So if I divide 2,700 over 180 centimeters, I have 15. So it means he's going to use, he needs 15 spaced posts, but to complete the last one, he needs an extra one. Otherwise, these two beams will not be secured. Okay, so even though he needs 15, the last one for completion, if you add it, becomes 16. So he's going to use 16 of the post. Now between each 180 space post, he uses two beams. Okay, so 16 15 times 2, which is 30. Okay, he only needs an extra beam to end that, but he needs two beams for each fifth or the 15, which is 30. So now we are using the formula C equals 5B plus 2P. Okay, so we realize that he's going to use 15 plus 1 post, and then because he uses 15 posts, he is going to use 30 beans. The extra post is to finish at the end. Okay, so putting the cost 5 into brackets, beams, so he uses 16. Okay, no, he uses 30 beams plus 2 times 16 posts, 15 posts, but 1 to complete it. I hope you get what I mean. Okay, look at the diagram. He begins with 1 and ends with 1. If you write 15, it will leave these two hanging and it will not be completed. Okay, so that's why we had to add 1 to make it 16. Look at it, to secure it. So now 30 plus 2 times 16, will be 32 here. So 30 plus 32 is 62. Then you multiply by 5. Using this formula here, C equals 5 into bracket B plus 2P. So in the end, he's going to get 5 times 62 is 310. So it is going to cost him £310 to finish his fence. Okay. It says the cost, okay, in pounds. Yeah, it says the cost in pounds. So your answer should be left in pounds. If you don't bring pounds, what is the 310 for? Okay, so remember to bring the pound sign. Okay. Now, let's look at another example. This is try and improvement. Okay, you don't need to do all this, but for explanation reason, I had to do it. You can do like 3, 4, maximum of 5, because in the exam you don't have the time to do all that. But I've done estimate with you, and we'll do this at some point. I've just added it to my list of topics I want to look at. Okay, but if we get a question, these questions, you can do it without doing a video on them. Okay, and if you are going to write an exam, assume you have done it already if you're in school. If you're out of school, unfortunately, you're writing your exam this year, I'm going to just solve questions and explain to you, okay, and hope it helps you as you continue watching that video to get an understanding, because this is about 4 marks, okay, and you don't have time to do all this, but there's a way of looking at it. So they gave you the first one. If you substitute, this is the function you use. So this is the calculator paper. The function is xy. So you type in 2, and then you type this function, x to the power y. Okay, I've put my calculator away. Otherwise, I would have shown you, but I will do a video and show you all the functions on the calculator. So you type 2, put this function x to the power y, and then put in, say, 3, and then you subtract 10. Okay, so the same thing here, you put 2, type the function x to the power y, put 3.1, and then whatever you get, you subtract from 10. We want to make sure the answer is as close to 0 as possible. So they did the first one for you. They did 2 to the power 3 minus 10. 2 to the power 3 is 4 times 2, which is 8, minus 10 is minus 2, which is too small. Okay, it's too far away from 0. So I went ahead and did 4. Now when I did 2, and then I typed that function on the calculator and put 4 and subtract from 10, I got 6. Okay, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, minus 10 is 6. This is also too large because I need my answer to 0 as possible. But it means too small too big. My answer is between 3 and 4. So now I need to close it up. Okay, if I were doing the paper, I wouldn't do 3.1. Okay, because 3.1 will give me minus something closer to -2. And remember, our answer should be to 1 decimal place. So if I were doing the paper, I won't do 3.1. But for explanation reason, I did 3.1. Okay, and I got 1.4. And it's still too small because it's nowhere near 0. Okay, and then I did 3.2. That is also too small, nowhere near 0. So if I were doing the paper from 3, I would do 3.2, 3.3. Okay, with the mindset that the answer, my final answer should be to 1 decimal place. So 3 to the power 3.3 minus 10. If you put 2 and then you type in this function here, again press 3.3, you subtract 10, you get minus 0.2, which is quite close to 0. Okay, now 3.3, so this is about 3.300 to 3 decimal place. Okay, or 3.30. So I wouldn't do 3.4, I would do like 3.34. When you do that, you get 0.1. Okay, but because they are telling us to leave our answer to 1 decimal place, it's between 3.30 and 3.35, because 3.35 will give me 0.2. 3.3 will give me minus 0.2. Okay, but 3.34 here, okay, will give me 0.1, which is closer than any of the 3.34 and 3.35. So if you are doing trial and improvement, okay, so if they said 2 decimal place, I would have chosen 3.30 and 3.34. Okay, 3.345 is a bit further away. 3.34 is closer. Okay, but I still have to leave my answer to 1 decimal place. So my answer, I can't leave it as 3.34. So it will be between 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, so I'll just do a couple. I won't do all this. Okay, I won't do all this, but I was trying to show you how you can look at it. Okay, because you are not going to get marks for all this. Okay, it's by trial and improvement or estimation. So when you did this, you realize that 0.2 is closer to 0. So you want to pick another one. Okay, and the closest will be 0.34. If it were to 2 decimal places, then our answer, if it were to 2 decimal places, then our answer will be 3.30 to 3.34. That would have been closer, but we've been restricted to 1 decimal place. So here, that would be the one I would choose, 3.3 to 3.4. Okay, so our answer will be x should lie between 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, so you can write your answer in this way using your less than. X should lie between 3.3 to 3.34 if it's to 2 decimal place, but they said 1 decimal place, so x should be between 3.3 and 3.4. Okay, remember, you've been restricted here, so this is the best you can come up with. Okay, but in the exam you should get to, like, maybe they've given you the first one, do 4, okay, and then do 3.3, and then maybe do 3.34 or 3.345, and then convert your answer to 1 decimal place, as you can see here. Okay, you don't need to do all this. Okay, because the more you do it, it feels like you are cheating. So you just need to do like maximum of 4, 5, and that will be it, because you can see the pattern. You can see too large, too close, closer. So you choose the one closest, okay, and put it in the form of an interval. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next.